Oh, welcome. In this video, I guess we have to learn how to cut the squares and the corners, and talked about picture frames and things. I think we have to maybe do a little rabbeting here. And what I mean by people don't know, I guess, it's just the groove over here. Little rabbet alongside this board that I found outside. Let's see what it is. I think it's 3/4. It looks like 3/4, and oh, a little bit. It's 1/16 more than 1.5 on this. What we'll do is we'll make a rabbet. Let's say 1/4 of an inch here, and then we'll do 1/4 of an inch here, like that. We'll go down, we'll cut here, and then we'll cut here, and then eventually we'll have a little rabbet there. We can put this together and make it work with the picture frame. You put a picture and a glass behind it. So I changed the blade. I got a different blade this time. The ripping blade doesn't go with this. I'm just trying to show what could be done with a blade. There's better ways of doing this. I just want to show that. Maybe I should say something about, I hear people saying about what do you hold when you're cutting something? Like, what's the whole thing about holding the board? Where you hold it, where you don't. I say it's anything, the board that is touching the fence is actually the one you want to kind of grab. You can grab it over here, and that, of course, when you cut a piece of something, you're going to wind up with 2 pieces, and that's the loose piece. And I'll say let it free. Don't entangle it. Don't bind it. I always think that that free piece that's going to be cut out of here, you want it to be separate from this piece freely, and you'll be fine. You could hold it here against the fence and do this type of cut. This guy will be free. Well, this way, this guy will be free. But what about, let me see. What about guys that like to use this stop block or something? They put that in there, and then all of a sudden they have this piece hitting there, so you can cut same length pieces, a bunch of them. Like, what do you do here now? Well, like I said, anything against the fence, but these 2 against the fence, but this one actually, as it's shown on the video here, yeah, this actually is hitting another fence. So you got 2 fences here. You got this one, and you got that one there. That's 2 of them against 1, kind of. So this is what I will grab it from. I know this guy's going to go free on me. That's the whole purpose. You gotta let this guy be free, free like a bird. If not, don't let it entangle, because you're going to have problems. Because if you do this, then what happens here is you're not letting this piece go free once it cuts. It might stay there, but if it wants to move, you're not going to allow it to move because you have it kind of bind in here. So this is the wrong thing to do. I will say 2 fences. I will go with the 2 fences. And then this guy will be free like a bird. That's what you have to think of. I figured I'd mention that. About the holding, because later on, when we start doing other things, we start moving his head around and we start ripping, and actually what we're going to do right now is rabbeting. We have to be careful of what we hold, and we can't bind things. It's the whole thing. So to do this rabbet here, I'm going to change the fence first of all. That's what I'm going to do. I want something with no cuts. Nice and smooth. Put something here, nice and smooth. You can put this one. You can put this one here. But let me bring the blade to the other side while I can. And we'll put this over here. Okay. Got too many things here. Let's get rid of a lot of this. And what we're going to do is rotate this guy around. What we could do is put on the battery. We have some kind of a display here. The problem with the battery is once you take it out, it loses all the memory, so you have to like reset everything. So what you kind of do, if you have a machine like this, is to bring it at the end, bring it all back to zero, then you can take the battery out. This way you know it's on zero, everything. So when you put the battery in, the only thing you have to do is reset it. You have the bevel, reset it, miter, reset it, elevation, reset. So everything is on zero right now. So now I can pick it up, my elevation. I can rotate this thing. And we're going to do an in-rip because I like the in-rip when I can. I always try to do the in-rip when I do this because I love to feed from right to left. Always. I'm not saying that I haven't done it the other way, this way, because I have, but my preference is always from right to left. And I feel safer that way. It feels good. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, what we need to do is, we need to find 1/4 of an inch, but of course it has to be the outside of the blade. That's what we want that cut, because we're doing a rabbet. We're not doing a ripping. So let me get in here for a second. Okay, that was easy. We got 1/4, but the blade is on the inside. So that's one measurement. The other measurement is, see my battery here, how's it doing? Beautiful. Let me get you down here, maybe. Closer. What are we gonna do here? So, where are we? All right. So we have, oh, this is another thing. Maybe I should have kept you up here. This is too close. Keep you there, right there. Bit off. This is something that I keep around these machines. I didn't have it the last time, and there is no guessing. With me, I'm bad with the numbers here, retaining numbers. I'm really horrible with that. I'll measure something and repeat that number until I cut that. It's weird. But anyway, this is here to help me. So what we want to do is, we need to bring this up. This is 1 1/4. I should say 1 1/2. It is plus a 16, so it's not perfect. So let's work with that. So what I want to do is I want to go up on this blade from 0. I want to go up. I got 0 down at the bottom, but maybe I should not do that. Measuring the bottom of the table, I could do is measure the top of this board, knowing that this is 3/4, and make that 0. So let's do that. Let me bring this up. We got one measurement already. Now this is going to be easy. And it's unplugged. I'll bring it down. With this blade, it's going to be easy. There you go. Right there, it's at 3/4, so we're going to reset that to 0. And let me see if I can get my things right here. It's at 3/4. That's why you have to write things down. I do. I have this one 3/4, and this one is 1 1/2. What happened to this pen? 1 1/2. So it'll be 1.5, 3/4. And if I want to leave a quarter, which one we do first? I guess we do the 1 1/2. 1 1/2, and if I'm not 3/4, if when I leave a quarter, I have to go up a 1/2 inch to do that cut. So I have 1 1/2, but 3/4 becomes 0, and I need to leave a quarter, so I need to go up a 1/2 inch. That's what I need to do. Plus the 16th, so we can do that, because the 16th will be will be 0.06. So let's go up to, we got 0, and we have to go up 0.5. Let's go up here. 0.5, let's see. You can see that here. Maybe you can see that, hopefully. 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. I got 0.5 there. Plus I need to go up a 16th more, and that is 0.06. So we need a 6 in here somehow, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.56. That makes sense. I hope it does. Okay, so we have that, and let's get over here. Let's make that cut without checking. Now, let me put you over here for a minute. Oh, you're going to be in my way here. Maybe right there. I think that'll be fine. Now, I feel safe doing this cut because the only thing I need to do is to bring it, hold it down and against the fence, and I can do that right here very easily. I can do this. There's other ways I can do it, but for this, I can do this cut this way very easily. And I have no problems doing that. I'll bring down the guard. Okay. I mean, I'm not ripping, but it's going to help, and the chips not going to come at me. And I'll bring down the paw in the back, the anti-kick. And why not? I had it. I can do that. Just in case, you never know. As extra caution. And here I go. We'll let's put this guy towards the back so we don't get all the chips. And let's make this cut. Okay. Okay, so we had that cut right there. Let's see how we do. Hope you can see here. I'll tell you in a minute. Let's see. We need a quarter. So what happened here? It's got to be in the inside. What did I do here? That doesn't look good because this, I should have kept that cut on the inside. I already goofed. And this one here. Well, I got a quarter here, so this is good, except, oh, let me shut you down for a second. Okay, guys, I'm back again, and for some reason I thought it was wrong, but it's what we did, exactly what we did. We got the 1/4 inch right there, and then this here is a little longer, only because of the 16th. So we wanted to do that because of the 16th. So there it is. There's the 1/4 right there. So now we need to do is, we got to do the other cut over here. And then that is easy because we already have, between the fence and the blade is already there. So we need to do is bring it down. So I'll talk so you can listen of what I'm going to do here. First of all, I'll bring it down to 1/2 inch, take the 16th off. Okay, so I'm up 1/2. So if I go down to 0, let's see, where am I here? If I go down to 0, okay, that's 0. So that is the 3/4 right there. You can see the blade. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the blade. The wood fits right underneath there. Let me bring you down a little bit here. Maybe like this. Okay, like that. We got 0 there, but it's on the 3/4. That's what we did. We measured the top of this as being 0. So now we need to go down 1/4 of an inch, which is, and now I'm going to look because I don't want to make a mistake here. It's 0.25. So if I go down 2.5 to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that's 1/4 of an inch. That blade went down 1/4 of an inch. Now we can make that cut. And I'll keep you like this so you can watch you make that cut like that. Okay, so let me start this up. Oh, what happened here? So, I guess you got a little Scooby-Dooby. Let's see. See, you're not wearing glasses. It's strange that back in the day I didn't either, because I always thought that my eyelashes, that's what they were there for. But anyway, here's the cut. Here's a little rabbet on this piece of board, and if you were to, cut this on 45s to make a picture frame, to a little rabbet in the back, it's already there. This is what you want to do actually, is do this before you do your cutting, and this way you can put your glass and your picture in back of this square that you created, this picture frame. Now, I did this because, this way, because if you notice, my fence is very low, and this piece here was not entangled at all. If I had a higher fence, let's say, and I wanted to make this cut, I don't know if I would have done this way because of that, because this piece is kind of tangled up in the fence. It will be probably okay, but you can also do it this way. You can have the blade on the other side to make that cut. So when you did that, this piece here, it would just fall free. Those are things you got to think about. You just fall free and not get entangled in anything. It's okay like I did it here, but it was a higher fence. I would have thought about it differently is what I'm trying to say. You kind of have to think of things like that, especially when you start cutting in a ripping mode with the blade. Those are the things that get you in trouble. So you have to kind of think a little bit. Now, His battery is yellow already. What happens if, let me see, what happens if I had a piece wider, you know, a wide piece like this, or like this, and I wanted to, give me a second here. And let's say I wanted to do that same cut with this one against the fence like this. You guys see here? Like this, or the way I had it. Let me see. I did the cut this way. Now, well, I would not do that, because this looks very unstable as it is right now. I understand that the fence is kind of low, and even if I had a higher fence, that's still, it's a better way of doing this, a safer way, I believe, for me, and it will be to do both cuts down. So one cut will be done, let's say if I wanted to do the same thing, I want to make a cut here and over here to make this rabbet. So this cut down, coming down, it will be safe, but then this one, it will be nice if I can make it also flat, and there is a way. Instead of me doing it this way, I can do both of these cuts with this flat, like this. And let me change the battery, and I'll come right back. Alright, we got some kind of a battery here. Let me see, make sure you don't have any Scooby-Doo in you, alright? Okay. So here we are. I found this piece outside, so you can tell it's not, this side here is not straight. This side is straight, so I'm going to use this side for this, just to show us this thing is not, it's kind of rocking on me, but I'll do my best here. So what we're going to do is make this cut, same thing over here like this, but we're going to do it down, which is safe, is what we're going to do. So let's do that first cut, only because we already have it set. Well, we didn't. We did, but we didn't. So let's bring this over. And again, we're going to have to measure the 1/4 inch off the fence. I should have left it like it was. Inch, which I can't see now. There we go, 1/4 inch. Oh, 1/4 inches around there. Let me see if I can tighten this up without moving it. Okay, I think I have it. Okay, so let's see what the elevation is here. And this is, I believe it's 3/4. It looks 3/4. Yeah, it's 3/4. So let's bring this to zero. Right there, that's 3/4. Yep. And we need to go down up 1/4 inch, which is again 0.25. So we need to come down 0.25. Okay, we can do this cut. I'll bring this down because it gets really chips all over the place. And it's safe also. So here we go. Let's do that cut. We got that one, and the battery is yellow already. I can't believe it. So, for the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it. Let me see how far I can get. Let me bring this up just a little. Turn this around. Take the blade off, the guard I should say. We're not going to need that. I'm going to introduce a different fence. And again, I can't remember the number. Let me see if I have it here. So I can rotate the blade on a 90. Anyway, we'll do this. Okay, we go 90. Like that. It's got to be really tight here. There we go. Okay. This is not the blade for this. I should say the fence for this. Because I usually don't make the cut when I do rabbets. Use a different blade for that. I'm just showing what you could do if you only had a blade. You can make a rabbet safely. Okay. What you can do is tighten this up. I'll use this fence for something else, but we can use it here. And if you're going to make something like this for this, make sure that you leave a little fence at the bottom, so when you go through it, it hits the fence all throughout the cut. It doesn't hit over here, because it might not do that for us now. I'll show you what I mean. Because I can't bring the blade all the way down, I'm going to bring in a little helper. I can bring this guy in. Just like that. This way I bring my work up a little higher. I have to just bring this down. And you can see that. And if you can see that here, hopefully, what I'm going to do here, bring it down some more. I can see that right there, that cut's going to be fine, right around there. So we're going to lock this up, and I'll just bring the blade down. I can do this by eye, somewhere around there. All right, there would probably be fine. If you can see that, I'll be able to cut the bottom of that. Let me stop this for 1 second. Okay, it's just very cold in here, so let's make this cut, and let's make this video short from the other ones. So, you notice what I did. You switch the blade around a 90-degree bevel. I'll be able to cut this safely this way, instead of cutting it standing up like that, which I could have done. It could be done, just to show a different way of doing this. And this is, to me, will be the safest way, is doing this. So let me put you aside a little bit here, just a little, so I can feed this guy in there. There you go, you'll be able to see that before my battery runs out. Everything was locked in. We got the right length. And let's turn this on. Oh, that's plugged in. Here we go. There you go. I think I should have gone down just a little further to do that. Of course, we can do that. Could have done that. Maybe a little further down. Maybe right there. I should have went down just a little further. We can do that. We have the battery here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now that looks beautiful. That is 1/4 and 1/4 on the wider piece. That's all I was trying to show. And this could be as wide as you want. You can still make these down like this, which is safe. And I just stuck this to bring my work up a little high because this blade doesn't go down. I usually don't make this. There goes my battery. I usually get done with a blade and it will be one cut. Here I have to make two because I have just a plain old single blade here. But just to show that. So with that, let's keep this short and I'll come back with something else. Thanks for watching.